In this video, we will discuss how the payment process in private health insurance works, and we will talk about that big rumor that you have to pay upfront. So let's get started. Let's distinguish between outpatient treatments. So if you go to a dentist or a normal doctor for any checkup or for any treatment. Second is being in hospital. And third, if you need something from the pharmacy. So let's start with the first one, outpatient treatments. How does the payment process work here? So let's say you go to the doctor 1st of Jan. Then you receive an invoice, typically 14 days later, something around that. So let's say on 15th of Jan, you receive an invoice from the doctor. Okay, here you go to the doctor. Now you receive the invoice with a payment limit of 30 days. So you have to pay the invoice latest until 15th of February. Now you have time to upload the invoice, which just means that you have to make a photo with an app. That's it. So you make a photo here. And typically it depends a bit on the provider, but typically between 5 to 10 working days, you receive the payment from the private health insurance, and here you pay the invoice from the doctor. So no, you don't have to pay upfront because there is enough time. Let's say because of whatever reason, you are not able to pay until 15th of February. Typically, the doctor just sends you a reminder with another 2 to 4 weeks without any surcharge. Okay, so there's plenty of time to pay for any invoice. So no issues here that you have to pay anything upfront. In hospital, it actually works exactly like in statutory health insurance, because the hospital charges the private health insurance immediately. Often they are scared that they pay you 50,000 euros and then you don't pay the hospital. So this might cause some issues for the hospital. So here it actually works like in statutory health insurance, because also might be the case that there is any severe illness and then you obviously don't have the time or the power to make any photos of any invoice. So this is working like statutory health insurance, so all good here. This is the biggest concern we often hear. And people say, yeah, but what if I have an invoice of 50,000 euros and I have to pay 50,000 euros upfront? Yeah, this is obviously not the case. And in a pharmacy, well, this is actually true. Here you pay upfront. But here I have to say most of the things are not covered in statutory health insurance anyway. And if you receive any medicine in public health insurance, it's typically a weaker medicine. So if you are sick, you probably want to have access to the best medicine available in Germany, and not just to the minimum coverage, let's say, which might be sufficient, but you might have any other issues because of this medicine. Okay? So this is the only place where you have to pay upfront. This rumor comes from civil workers, because civil workers in private health insurance have to pay upfront partially. But if you are employed or self-employed and not a civil worker, which is probably the case, then you don't have any issues regarding the payment processes in private health insurance. So if you would like to have help considering if it makes sense to switch to private health insurance, or also discussing other concerns you might have, feel free to register on our website for a free initial consultation, and we will see what's the best solution in your case. Talk to you soon.